Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. Actually, it's morning where I am. It could be good evening where you are. But I'd love to have you stick around today. We're going to do another surreal Christmas collage. And I didn't plan on doing this today, but I was looking through one of my favorite magazines to use. And oh, I got a little fuzzy running around here on my desk. And I found this watch. And I just love working with watches in surreal collages. And because it's going to be a Christmas one, I thought this paper, I didn't want to do it on plain white paper. I wanted to do it on a Christmas themed paper because that way I can also put it in my scrapbook. So if you're new to my channel and you have not done surreal collages, this is going to be a simple one. So this is something that you could wrap your head around. It's kind of a play on words. If you have seen me do surreal collage work before, welcome back. And if you're new, I'd love to have you subscribe. And if you have an interest in this type of collaging. So again, this is going to be a really simple collage. Now, the magazines that I use to get a lot of my larger images from, I use the Rob Report, and they have got really cool images in here. And I just really, a lot of watches. I just love, like look at these back here. I just love working with watches. I mean, what you could do with some of these, with all these little intricate parts and stuff. So I was having my coffee this morning, looking through this. And then the other thing that I have that I've pulled out, because I'm doing other Christmas things as well. These are from Red Lead Paperworks, and you can purchase these in their shop. And these are all vintage style Christmas, black and white photos, and then the vintage color. But you can purchase these in Red Lead Paperworks, and I can put their link in the description. And I got some of these years ago, and I said, I need to use them. I love these. So I've pulled all of these out. Obviously, I'm not going to use these, but I wanted to show you. So I got thinking. I was actually working on one of my crossword puzzle collages. And I was going to use these sweet little girls here. I cut them out. And when I got looking at the Rob Report this morning, I'm like, how cool would it be to have these little girls hanging out inside the watch here? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my paper because I'm going to have to do some cutting in the watch, and then we will put it back on. And I cut some other images out because I just thought, and like I said, the title of this is going to kind of be like a play on words. So I think what I will do is, if I can do this nicely, I'll bring this down right about here. And then that way you can see exactly what I'm going to be doing. So I have these gals here, these sweet little girls. I have these little boys here with Santa. And then I have a Santa that I cut out. Isn't he cool? And then I have this little boy right here. So what I thought I would do is I want to fit these. Let me get my X-Acto knife. I thought I would put these around the watch. All right. So I'm going to move these so I don't cut them by mistake. I know I want to have these little girls here. And again, when you do a surreal collage, you want to look for, so you can see how they were actually in a sleigh and I cut the sleigh out. Now, this here, I may have to cut part of this out as well. But I think the first thing I'm going to do, because I don't think we're going to need this section here, you want to cut with the same, because I want to tuck this in a little bit, all right? You know, I guess you could leave it here. It just depends on, it still looks like they're coming out, but sometimes it is better to cut, make a slice, and then just tuck your piece in a little bit. And this is where I kind of get wigged out, because it's like, oh, what if I cut in the wrong spot? Or then you just bag it and you just move on and do something else. That's what I try to tell myself. So again, I think I'd like to come down, because I definitely want her on here. So I think I'd like to come down, and I'm going to cut in a little bit, all right? Because if it doesn't work out, then I can, and I'm just wondering, I can still put this over it, but I think what I'd like to try to do, because this is where it gets tricky. I'm going to cut from here to here. So maybe if I make a little mark, and I just kind of come down here to here. So I have one little part there, and I don't want to go so this. And I just want to make sure that this comes down and meets this here, okay? So now I have this flap here, but remember, we want it to go in this way, because I want to tuck them in a little bit here. And I think what I might end up doing, dang it, sounds like there's snow starting to come off my roof, or either that, maybe that's Santa. And I think maybe I will, I'm just wondering if I should take some of this. See, this is where you just really kind of have to figure out, do I want to take, if I take that out, we'll still have a little bit. So we've got her hand there. I don't think we really need to have her leg. That's the other thing. You really have to examine your picture. That's her hand. So you just kind of have to envision in your mind, if this is out here, I may just leave that. I'm going to leave that for now, okay? And they're tucked down in there. Then, and see, we might even not have to worry about that, because then if I put Santa, so I'm going to have to take, because I want Santa around that rim, okay? So we're going to cut, and I don't have to go up that far, because I don't want to go into the girls. So I'm going to start right about here. And And I think that might be good. So we can fit Santa. And I left a little bit of the white. And I may not have to take that. I'm going to cut a little bit more. Okay, so that starts there. And again, you just want to take your time when you're working with these images. And so by leaving the white, I'm able to use a little bit more of Santa. I don't have to tuck his body so far into the side of the watch. Okay, so we got our little girl's hair like that. I may clean her up just a little bit around her little hat. So now we have Santa right here. And I'm going to take a little bit more off of him because you don't want that white to show. So a little tiny bit of white here. Okay, so here's... And then what I can actually do is I could cut a little bit under her elbow as well if I wanted to. And her elbow could be resting on Santa. And then down here, I want to have Santa and these boys down here. So I'm going to make a slice here. And I hold, because this is magazine paper, I hold it down so it doesn't tear. Okay. One slice would have been nice. It would have been probably a little bit neater, but and is that as far as I went? Okay, I'm going to go a little bit further over here because you don't really see there. That might be a little bit better. And then we will tuck them right down in like that. And I don't think we need to. I think that's just fine the way that is. So we'll tuck them. And now I'm just wondering if I should. We have Santa there. Now, I just want to see, oh, this is part of his, looks like it's part of his coat. So I think we'll just leave that. Get them down in there. And then do I want... Yeah, Santa has to be... Okay, we got to put him behind there like that. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit off of here so her elbow is a little more defined. So I'll just come up and around. And we'll take that little part out. And then All right, so once I get these situated, I think we can be able to get them in there. So I don't need that. And put her right there like that. And then once I get Santa set, then I'll be able to, yeah, I think that's better. What do it look like if I move Santa up here a little bit? This is tedious work, and sometimes these just aren't. All right, so what I'm going to do, I know I want the girls here, and I don't want them fumbling all around. So I'm going to put, hold on, I'm going to cut her out a little bit more. I don't want that black there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get them situated, and then I'm going to get these gals down, okay? There, that's better. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get them down right here, because I know that's what we want. That's where I want them. So I tucked her in there, so it does look like they're coming right out. And then we have our Santa. We have a Santa. And let's see. And I think I'm going to have him, I want to get his angle. I think maybe we will go that way. And her elbow, he's kind of tucked in. It would be nice. That's all right. And then we have these guys here. So let's, I think we have to work around these guys here. And then we're going to get our Santa, because I think it'll be better like that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get Santa here. And I have to be careful with this art glitter glue, because this is a black background. So I'm kind of putting it down and I'm coming in. And we're going to get this jolly little boy. He looks like a little elf, doesn't he? Okay, and then I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to cut this away a little bit. We will cut this back a tad. And then I'm going to glue this down here. And we're going to glue this down. And I think that's all we need to glue there. I'll glue this down here. I can take that away. And I think we're good to go. I'm going to get my paper down. I'll raise it back up so you can see on the paper, but let's get this. And let's do this. See if I can do this without too much. All right. There you go. And then we are going to get this down, and then we will have our collage, another Christmas collage. And I'm not really pressing, and I can't emphasize this enough, and I know I repeat myself and I talk about it, but I don't want to. This tip will make marks on your magazine paper. And I just don't want the marks on there. And because it's art glitter glue, you kind of have to work fast. We'll get that centered. And we'll get that down. And I want you to think about what I'm naming this. And most of you probably have it already. Oh, no. Let's not glue that yet. Where's my other sweet little... where's my other sweet little boy? Hold on, bear with me. I gotta find him. Gotta find that cute little face. What do I do with him? All right, let me find this other sweet lad, and I'll be right back. Ah, I found him. He was on his way to the trash can. So I want to take him, and I want to... He is peeking out because he's not quite sure. He's a little scared. So we're going to be putting him... Let me get him in here. He is peeking out from around the clock here, the watch, because he just isn't sure if he wants any part of that. So what I'm naming this one, isn't he cute, just peeking out? What I'm naming this one is it's Christmas time, because we have the time on the watch, and then we have all the children, because Christmas is for kids, isn't it? And I just think this is perfect. It's Christmas time. So I hope you enjoyed this collage today. I had a lot of fun thinking about this. And again, you know, just try it. If it doesn't work out, you can move on and you can do something else. But I want to thank everybody for watching, joining in. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I will see you down the road. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.